So you had an interesting incident that happened before the day of your baptism, or 3 days before your baptism, right?
Yes.
Could you share about that?
Yeah, it was the 25th of March 2015, and it was the day of the Annunciation. And I don't remember the exact date when I started to kneel down right outside the chapel, but I did it very shortly after I joined Correlates. And I would, as I would enter the gates of Correlates, before I would start my day with the children, I would kneel down and I would pray to Jesus. And like any other day, I kneeled down, I started to pray, and suddenly the phone rang, and Father Vance, he just spoke to me and he said, Dhriti, I'm really sorry, I'm calling you on such a short notice because a day after tomorrow is your baptism. And I felt a bit numb.
So then you came to your house, the wax that was in your house, the experience which you had with Mother Mary.
It was during the month of March.
Yeah, you said 3 days or a week before.
Yeah, and I just very briefly I had met Father Vance. Never ever knew that he was going to baptize me. So he came to bless our home and to pray with us. And the day that Father Vance came was the first day. I would light a diya every day at home.
But diya meaning?
The oil lamp.
Oil lamp, yeah.
And I would, I don't know why, I just started, I started to hear the voice tell me from within, it's time to light candles. I don't know why, I wanted to pray with candles. So I lit 2 candles at both my altars and started to pray. And that's the first day Father Vance came to our home, and he, walked around the entire home along with us, and he blessed the home. And the next day we were to travel for Ooty, and
that night you had a...
Yes, and after Father Vance left, I don't know if I felt any different, but I felt happier. I felt, something I felt joyous. And I went to bed, and I had a dream, but it felt very real. It was, I felt very scared initially. I saw that the entire living room was covered in wax. And all I kept saying was, Mother Mary's wax, Mother Mary's wax, it's all over the house. And my husband is very particular about the way the home looks, and he likes everything in its place. So I kept on thinking, how am I going to explain this? And it was all over the carpet. And I was like, how am I going to clean this? It's Mother Mary's wax. And then I, started to follow the trail, and I saw that it was in my child's room. And I was like, oh my God, baby's room, the entire floor was covered in wax. And then I saw a woman with all her hair in front, and she was laughing at me. And all I said to her is, who are you? But there was no fear when I asked her that. I just felt as if,
something left.
Something just left this house, left my family, just left. And I woke up, and I have to tell you, I wasn't disturbed at all. I woke up with a great peace. The way the dream had started, I was uncomfortable, maybe because I was worried about what my husband would feel. But no, that the presence of that, I don't know, unclean spirit, I don't know what it was, but it did not leave me feeling horrible.
Actually, church emphasizes the importance of these small things, blessing of the house, the holy water, just lighting a candle and saying your prayer. I think your experience is a great testimony to that, right?
Yes. And I also, when I heard the verse, where it said, when you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. So every little thing that's happening in my life right now, from the moment I started walking this faith, with Jesus, everything that comes my way, I try to receive it with an open heart, and I try to
take it seriously.
Take it very, very seriously.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah.
So